I remember 2021. It only seems like it was like, what, 3.5 months ago, something like that. What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? This is a WTF, and this is something I reported on last fall, and I had a few people going, Dave, you are freaking crazy. That's not going to happen. Well, what is going on? Well, let's take a look. I've got something I'm going to pop up here on the screen. There's a generic letter that came out on Bronco 6G, and I've been waiting for them to address this issue. The issue is, you say? They still have a lot of 2021s they have to ship. Now, we all know about whatever you want to call it, Spring Mountain, Dirt Mountain, Ice Mountain, whatever Game of Thrones reference you want to throw out there, you know, they're all there. We all know that they have a lot full of vehicles they've been slowly building but trying to get out. And we're going to get into this letter in just a second, but I want to kind of highlight this. So they have all these vehicles that have been sitting there waiting to be shipped without chips. But my WTF part of this is, you have 22s that were shipped in January. People are driving 22s now, and some customers have been waiting for 21s. So I want to show this letter real quick, and we're going to kind of get into it a little bit more. And I don't want to wear you guys out on this subject because it stinks for people who've been waiting. So let's get into this little letter, and we'll go from there. So here is the letter. This is just a generic, is the person who posted it on Bronco 6G, and I want to say thank you to them for this particular person does tend to throw out some good information. So I don't like to throw names out just because they may not want their name out. But so let's look at this. Subject is, we have an exciting news. Now, this is a generic email. This is just generic, as you can see where it says VinXX, so it'll obviously, you know, it'll pop in when they send it out. But as you can see, for 21, so this is my model year 21 email. So 3/21/22 is what this is dated. Obviously, some of these I think they'll probably go out. Usually bad news comes Fridays. So I don't know. Maybe you've gotten this in the comments. Let me know if you've already gotten this. But it says, "Dear soon-to-be Bronco owner, we're thrilled to say your Bronco SUV VIN blank is scheduled to finish production and is on its way to you by March 31st. Well, I'm recording this on the 22nd, so they better crank these things out. It says, we'll send you another email with your estimated delivery date as soon as your Bronco ships from the factory. Now, that's part of the Ford tracker. So if you've been like patiently or impatiently watching that thing like hourly, like I did when I knew mine was built, I get it. It's a crazy time. But if you've been watching that, hopefully you get actual data, because mine, sometimes the Ford app is good and sometimes it's bad, and mine never showed it actually shipped until I actually picked it up. So it was kind of strange on that. But it says, we recognize it's been frustrating, a frustrating wait, as I should say, and truly appreciate your patience. Well, what can you do? I mean, you can't go up to Michigan and build this out yourself. It says, with a beast as tough and capable as the Bronco, every component matters. And unfortunately, it took longer to complete yours than any of us wanted. In particular, we needed extra time to ensure every aspect of your Bronco met our rigorous quality standards before we released it into the wild. Now, what does that mean? It's their way of BSing you, saying, hey, we didn't have all the control units. I know there came out the other day where some of it could be heater units if you've got the heated seats, stuff like that. There's a few little things like that. They just plug and play basically to make that function work. So they were able to build these and let them sit, which is, I'm telling you, it's not a big deal. But it says, you can rest assured that your Bronco is now ready to take on the toughest terrain as soon as you're in the driver's seat. Now, I don't have a problem with them sending this out. It's a better email than they have sent out to the past, where they just sort of like do their wild whatever. They always something in the wild. And so this is a little more reassuring from Ford. But the problem I have, and like I said in the beginning, is it's a 2021 they're talking about getting out in the wild. And you know, friends on different shows they've got 22s they've already picked up. Badlands, where it has everything you could want. And I can't understand why Ford prioritized certain things and they didn't prioritize what's been sitting in the lots. Now, we've seen this before, and I have personal friends who had early December builds who haven't got theirs yet. And they email me all the time, Dave, what do you think is going on? And I'm like, at this point, I'm just throwing my hands up. I'm not sure. I mean, clearly it's a part issue. And it's probably multiple parts. It's not just like one. So the vehicle, it's nothing that makes it unsafe. It's just something that, hey, we don't want to deliver this to the dealership till it's whole for what you're paying for it. And I totally get that. It makes sense that Ford would do that. But it's frustrating, once again, that people have been waiting for 21s for 3 months, maybe 4 months, and you have people out there driving 22s. And if you've got your 22, I'm not picking on you by any means because you had nothing to do with the process. You just ordered the vehicle like we all did. So in the comments, let me know where you stand with this. If you've been waiting, please let me know and let Ford know. Trust me, they do read the comments on these things. And be nice, always be nice. Structure it to the way that you're frustrated, but you're not just cussing them out because they like to clip, no matter what show you're watching, they will clip stuff from that. They present it to their higher ups. So be nice, play nice, and you can make change happen. So there you go. So where are you at on this? Are you still waiting for your 21? Did you get like a late November, December build date and you've been like, what is going on? Have you called the 4day 1-800 number and just bugging the piss out of those poor people? Because they can't make the build happen any faster. And it is what it is. Unfortunately, the past 2 years have just created all kinds of mess. And I don't think we see any kind of clear up till maybe middle of 23 now at the earliest. And we know about the earthquake that hit in Japan. It's making the chip issues all the rage right now. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these Broncos some of you have been waiting to drive, this has been your All Terrain Nation, and I'm your host Dave Boyd, and we're out. Peace everybody.